Have you ever wondered why millions of people across the world are suddenly watching every tiny movement in the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong markets like it's the biggest financial secret of the decade? Imagine waking up one morning to find that the currency you once ignored is now worth 10 times more overnight. That's the level of suspense, speculation, and excitement surrounding the Dinar RV conversation today. But here's the thing. Not all of it is rumor. And not all of it is reality either. Welcome to a story that sits right between hope and economics, where global currencies, political decisions, and market psychology collide. If you're watching this video, make sure to stay till the end, because what's happening right now in Iraq and Vietnam might reshape the way small investors think about foreign currencies forever. Today, as the world talks about inflation, oil trade shifts, and the dominance of the US dollar, Iraq's economic policies and Vietnam's steady rise in the Asian export market are beginning to attract global attention once again. The Iraqi dinar, often mentioned in whispers across investment forums, is facing renewed interest after government reforms targeting corruption and foreign trade have taken center stage. Many analysts claim that with Iraq stabilizing its oil exports and strengthening banking systems under IMF guidance, a revaluation or RV might not be as far-fetched as skeptics once believed. Meanwhile, the Vietnamese Dong, once considered a stagnant currency, is benefiting from one of the fastest-growing economies in Southeast Asia, driven by technology exports, manufacturing, and foreign investments that rival even China's pace in certain industries. While mainstream media often dismisses the dinar and dong revaluation stories as conspiracy or hype, millions of watchers and independent researchers continue to analyze global financial data, dollar reserves, and trade agreements looking for signs of major currency shifts. Whether you're a first-time investor or a long-time believer in global revaluation, this video will help you understand what's truly going on behind those headlines and whether these currencies can actually rise against the US dollar in 2025. So, before you scroll away, hit that subscribe button and stay connected, because this could be one of the most important financial movements of the decade, and you deserve to know the real story. To understand what's happening today, we need to go back and trace the pattern of economic rebuilding and currency stabilization that Iraq has been pursuing for nearly 2 decades. Since the fall of Saddam Hussein, Iraq's economy has faced enormous challenges, from war to sanctions to infrastructure collapse. Yet its oil reserves have always made it one of the most resource-rich nations in the world. The current government, backed by the Central Bank of Iraq and international financial institutions, has been working toward restoring full sovereignty over its monetary policy, a key condition for any significant revaluation to take place. Over the last 2 years, Iraq has adjusted its official exchange rate multiple times in small increments, signaling that the central bank is cautiously testing the market's reaction. Meanwhile, discussions with the IMF and World Bank have focused on stabilizing the banking sector, improving foreign exchange reserves, and tightening anti-money laundering regulations. These steps may sound bureaucratic, but they are crucial foundations for any currency that hopes to gain international confidence. On the other side of Asia, Vietnam's economy is roaring with exports, tech industry growth, and strategic trade agreements, making the Vietnamese Dong a slow but steady candidate for appreciation in the coming years. Unlike Iraq, Vietnam's progress is less about speculation and more about consistent economic performance. In 2025, Vietnam has already become one of the top manufacturing hubs supplying electronics and textiles globally, benefiting massively from companies relocating supply chains out of China. The government's focus on attracting foreign direct investment and managing inflation has made its central bank one of the most respected in the region. The Dong may not see a sudden overnight jump like the RV dreamers anticipate, but analysts say a gradual strengthening is already visible in real-time trading data. For Iraq, though, the revaluation discussion remains emotional. Investors around the world, from small holders in the United States to financial communities in the Middle East, continue to speculate whether the dinar could suddenly reprice in line with Iraq's oil wealth. The truth lies somewhere between economics and optimism. Iraq's currency can appreciate, but only if its economic policies continue to align with transparency, reform, and reduced dependence on the US dollar for oil trade. So as millions keep refreshing the charts and searching Dinar RV 2025 latest news, the real question becomes, are we watching a myth or the first stages of a global monetary shift? Keep watching, because what comes next could change everything you think you know about currency investment. Now, as we move deeper into 2025, the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong conversation is becoming more than just an online trend. It's turning into a real financial movement powered by technology, global market access, and collective curiosity. Social media groups, Telegram channels, and YouTube communities are buzzing with updates every hour, discussing new reports, leaks, and analyst opinions claiming that revaluation is imminent. But what's truly fascinating is how this conversation reflects a bigger transformation. People are starting to question how money, value, and trust work in a globalized digital economy. Iraq's focus on linking its banking system with international networks like SWIFT, upgrading digital transactions, and encouraging foreign currency inflows shows that the government is serious about modernizing the dinar's infrastructure. Every time Iraq increases oil exports, clears foreign debt, or signs new trade agreements, whispers of revaluation return stronger. Similarly, Vietnam's consistent GDP growth, low unemployment rate, and reputation as Asia's next manufacturing powerhouse have brought international banks to quietly review their long-term projections for the dong. When millions of retail investors watch the same currencies, even subtle movements in price charts can become viral. That's exactly why the revaluation story refuses to die. It lives on hope, but it's built on some genuine progress, too. Economic power is shifting eastward, oil trade is diversifying, and countries are starting to explore transactions outside the traditional dollar-based system. In that evolving global scene, both the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong represent nations trying to redefine their value and reclaim their economic strength. So what should you, as a viewer and investor, take away from all this? The smartest move is to stay informed, not emotional. Don't just chase rumors, study government reports, international market data, and trusted forex sources. The revaluation, if and when it happens, will reward those who understand timing and fundamentals rather than those who simply believe in hype. So stay sharp, subscribe to this channel, and turn on all notifications because we break down every update with facts, context, and expert-backed insights. Millions are watching right now, but only those who stay truly informed will know when the tide finally turns. If you found value in this video, give it a like, share it with your friends who follow global finance, and comment below what you think about the dinar and dong's future. Your voice matters in this growing community, and together we'll continue uncovering the truth behind one of the most watched financial stories of our time.